never visited Cyprus. Yeah. By the way, have you visited Indonesia, Doctor? Yeah. Have you visited Indonesia? Still mute. Yeah.
Once I have come for a settlement of a party. Indonesian money value is comparatively less, no? So for a settlement of 10 lakhs, we need to pay only 1 lakh. So likewise, for one party, we did that. Christine.
Yeah, it seems you are speaking, yeah. But mute your speak.
I want to open the day 3, and today I want to greet our esteemed speakers and the new panel session is AI, Technology, and Peace. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
And I will start to introduce our first honorary speaker, Dr. Shiva Kumar, advocate and IDR expert, 30 years legal practice, corporate and civil and criminal cases, education in the corporate secretarieship, Master of Law in Labor and Administrative Law, Mediation and Cybersecurity certification. He is a certified commercial mediator and IDR professional, mentor, trainer, and speaker. He handled cross-border disputes. He is advisor to the many banks and major corporate clients. He is a co-founder of international mediation organization, active in global and IDR initiatives. Dr. Shiva Kumar, I am really happy to see you here today. And please, stage is yours. Share your expertise.
Thank you. Happy morning, all. It's afternoon for us and morning for some countries and night in some countries. Welcome you all on behalf of the IAMPE Conference Committee and also on behalf of MEDARB International and International Mediations Organization. My topic for the day is AI and technology in conflict resolution for the virtual conference on architecture of peace in new global era. The invention of AI has made an advancement in all workflows and enabled us to achieve less laborious and faster. Let me get into my presentation now. AI technology in conflict resolution. AI is revolutionizing conflict resolutions, not by replacing human-led resolutions, but by augmenting them. Artificial intelligence is not intended to replace mediators. However, mediators who choose not to integrate with AI and technology may find themselves outpaced by those who do. We have to run in the race. If you want to be a certified proper mediator, it is not physical alone anymore. We should also go virtual. When we go virtual, AI also plays a very big role. If mediators are unable to facilitate this progress from impasse to resolution, there is a possibility in future that artificial intelligence could assume their role. AI is transforming mediation today. Automated dispute resolution platforms, solutions like Mordia, Smart Settle, utilize machine learning algorithms to facilitate structured dispute resolution process, frequently resolving conflicts without the need for human involvement. This is again not a threat, but it is only a support system. Legal chatbots. These AI-driven assistants evaluate disputes, interpret contract terms, and recommend appropriate next steps, assisting users in determining if mediation is suitable prior to engaging legal professionals. Predictive analytics. Artificial intelligence can predict probable case outcomes by analyzing past precedents, enabling parties to assess risks and settlement possibilities with greater accuracy. This, in fact, will help people with the data available or with the settled settlements, judgments. What is your pros and cons of your case? Natural language processing, NLP. This technology examines communication patterns to identify areas of tension, consensus, and emotional cues, providing valuable insights to support mediators in the resolution process. Body language plays a very big role in mediation process. Now, through machine language and natural language processing, how we pronounce, how we speak, how we express our emotions can also be read and learned by AI, and it can also support us in that issue. Now, what's coming up next in 25 to 35? The future is very, very bright. And emotionally aware AI, which is going to be a future. Like robotics, they are emotionally aware AI. Upcoming technologies might analyze facial expressions, vocal tone, and body language to assess emotions and help diffuse complex and conflicts instantly. Customized settlement proposals. AI could develop solutions that consider legal frameworks. From country to country, it may vary, but we can develop frameworks for country to country and even for cross-border. Individual personalities and past negotiation behaviors, providing more refined options. So whatever data we are feeding in with across the globe with multiple councils and multiple legal frameworks, all these data can be analyzed by an artificially intelligent AI, and it can provide you a best possible option. Ethical guidelines for AI mediation. This is very, very important now. After Indian Mediation Act and Indian DPDP Act, and there are so many countries across the globe under UNICITRAL have framed several acts, including the Personal Data Protection Act. And our Indian Mediation Act very specifically says there are specific guidelines we cannot diverge. Whatever happens in mediation is died in mediation. The data which is gathered, the data which is recorded, all should not be devolved in or devised to anybody else. Even it cannot be used in court proceedings. So as AI integration increases, new protocols will be established to ensure confidentiality, impartiality, and respect for the anatomy of all parties. So the challenges of AI to watch is very critical. The main thing is bias and fairness, because AI works on the principle of data which is being fed into it. So whatever we feed, it will make a decision. It is essentially to train AI on varied data sets to prevent the perpetuation of existing systematic biases. So that is very, very important when we are training the AI with the data sets. Emotional intelligence limitations. AI continues to face challenges in understanding and managing human emotions as vital capability in mediation. Because a mediator, when somebody is sitting next to him, he can learn a lot from his way, how he expresses, how he sits, how emotionally he responds, and all these things, and the body language which he's been creating, all these things will be a very big support for a mediation process and as well as for a mediator. Here, this emotional intelligence limitations has to be more aware and should be more expressive by AI, which is able to identify it from machine language side. Transparency and consent. All parties should be clearly informed when AI is involved, and mediators must uphold ethical standards and boundaries. The parties to mediation should be, or conflict should be informed that there is an AI which has been supporting us from behind. Like here, this process, this particular presentation, there is an AI which has been supporting the process, transcribing my words. Data security and data privacy compliance. Others to GDPR, HIPAA, and other foolproof future technology guidelines should be properly implemented at all times. Now let me get into the process of AI, which can be involved in mediation processes. Here in India, we have, I think most of the countries, we have pre-litigation mediation, litigation mediation, that is court-referred mediation, and private mediation. Now let me take 2 points. This is pre-litigation mediation. How an artificial intelligence can help us in pre-litigation mediation. Initiating party, that is a complainant, submits information via written text or voice chat along with supporting materials such as documents, screenshots, emails, or any proof digitally. AI assists in transforming the input into a clear, organized complaint, presenting dates, facts, list of events in a chronological order, either as a timeline or a list of events, while capturing the emotional tone and key issues. And at the same case, which happens with the respondent or defendant, even he provides information through this written text, voice chat, accompanied by relevant documents, screenshots and emails and whatnot. AI processes this input to generate a conscious, structured response, updating dates and facts as necessary, addressing issues, and analyzing the emotional tone. Both parties exchange this information to clarify and resolve the facts, issues, and overall summary is also being generated by the AI. This is a case with respect to court-referred mediation. See, the litigation starts in the court, and in India, when a matter has been listed before a court, the judge first encourages us to get into mediation when we have not gone for pre-litigation mediation. So information obtained from the court documents such as complaint suits, petitions, including applications, replies, counters, rejoinders, and the supporting material. AI recognizes the subject matter and key issues. AI transforms the input into a clear, organized, and amended brief, aligns relevant dates with facts, updates issues, and offers analysis as required, assesses the emotional tone, facilitates the exchange of information to clarify facts and address issues, and provides a compromise or comprehensive summary. Mediation process by AI mediation advocate and mediator. When AI takes the role of a mediation advocate, what are the possibilities? AI as mediation advocates engages with parties thoughtfully to help them recognize without human intervention and understand the underlying causes of conflicts and disputes, and further recommends potential solutions that align with the parties' best interest to resolve conflict with preserving their relationship. Because relationship is more and more important in ADR processes. Prepares proposals and forwards them to the AI mediator for further consideration. Here, when AI even can in future take the role of a mediator, when AI becomes a mediator, how it operates. It can review all relevant data and information, including emotional cues, and engages in generative dialogue with both the parties through chatbots and AI through voice. And the AI mediation advocate maintains the ongoing communication with the parties to deepen understanding of the conflict and collaboratively help both the parties to develop a solution. finalizes the settlement arrived at by the parties based on the draft proposals and ensures its proper execution. I've just made a management metric, essential case management metric. It can generate several reports. I've just named 18. People can read it, 18 outputs, generate reports to mediators and mediation platforms. It can generate all kinds of reports on whatever style or whatever way we want. Future of AI in mediation. Although AI cannot replace human mediators, it is increasingly recognized as a valuable support tool always as on date. As a participant in the GSADR, Global South ADR Alliance, you might explore how AI technologies can improve mid-arb processes, assist in case preparation, or aid in post-session documentation. The focus should be on intentional and effective application rather than automation for its own sake. It is not just automation for its own sake. When we are entering into AI, or when we are totally using the support of an AI, these are the ethical and strategic factors we have to be very, very, very cautious about. Confidentiality. We have to verify that tools adhere to data privacy regulations, particularly when handling sensitive conflicts, bias monitoring, select platforms. There are several AI platforms. Select a platform that provides clear information about training and validation process of their AI models. This is a very, very, very important kind of thing which we have to take in mind when we are selecting a platform. Human oversight. AI should support rather than substitute the mediator's expertise. AI can only support, it cannot substitute the expertise, especially in situations involving complex emotions and subtleties. AI tools for mediation support. There are several AI tools. These are very simple AI tools which everybody today started using day in, day out. The essential AI tools improving mediation and conflict resolution for professionals aiming for precision and productivity. ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini. These three can assist in summarizing briefs, drafting agreements, and organizing negotiation strategies. It's only proposal. It's only AI generated proposals, strategies. These cannot be 100% foolproof. Symphony AI Legal delivers predictive analytics grounded in historical case data. Deep Judge examines legal documents and pinpoint key contract provisions necessary for the dispute to discuss. Verbit or Otter AI offers real-time transcription and sentiment analysis throughout the mediation sessions. Here it can understand the sentiments. These are the AI platforms which is now available, and they are doing a good service to the nation or a good business. One is Modria. The first one will be Modria. It can case intake, automated resolution, pathways, decision support. This is mostly used by eBay. It started by using by eBay, and then some government agencies for some high volume consumer dispute. Smart Settle, visual negotiation interface, AI assisted compromise generation, ideal for commercial disputes and mid-arb hybrids. Matterhorn, online dispute resolution ODR platform with AI enhanced triage and workflow tools. Courts and legal institutions use it for traffic and small claims. Trek ODR, AI-driven mediation support with multilingual capabilities, useful for international cross-border disputes. Legal Mation automates litigation document drafting and analysis, supports mediators with pre-session preparation and legal context. Now let me go to the plus and minuses of AI and technology. The future of AI in mediation will depend on several critical factors, as we all know. The ethical design, ensuring AI systems are transparent, fair, regularly audited, or bias. As I said, when you're talking about bias, these AI systems should be transparent, and it should be open to the user that what it is really fed into and how it has been trained. It should be fair and very, very regularly audited for bias. Training and education, equipping mediators with the knowledge and skills to integrate AI tools effectively and ethically, and how to use it more effectively and ethically is the crux here. legal framework, adopting laws and regulations to encompass AI role in dispute resolution, safeguarding the rights and interests of all parties. India is also working on this along with our DPTP Act, along with our Mediation Act. We will very soon coming out with a support for AI rules and rules will be framed. Public trust, building confidence and AI mediated processes through clear communication, accountability, and demonstrable benefits. This has to be effectively done. Then only we can get the trust of the public so as they can come to AI mediated processes. This is again some small points. What is the pros and cons? If you go about the pros and cons, the AI can have enhanced efficiency and accessibility. Cost reduction will be at a very high level. Consistency and impartiality will be there, even against personal mediators. Data-driven insight. It's totally data-driven. So scalability is also possible. Emotional intelligence and augmentation is the future, and it is AI is now started learning this and also performing very effectively in this. If you take the minuses, it will be like lack of human touch, risk of bias, and ethical concerns. Anybody can hack a system and do whatever it is, or it can even be trained to do bias for particular stream of people. Privacy and data security issues. Over reliance of technology is always harmful. We all know that. Limited scope and contextual understanding. The integration of artificial intelligence in mediation presents both challenges and opportunities. While AI offers significant benefits like enhanced efficiency, consistency, and data-driven insights, it cannot and arguably should not replace the human elements essential for effective conflict resolution. Thank you, team IAMPE. Thank you all. I would like to place on record my appreciation and thanks to Christine and her team, who are all spearheading this wonderful event, and also thank my friend Mr. Shankarvel. Thank you. Peace forever.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will try to.
Maybe your
Try to reduce the volume in your screen, monitor, or speaker output.
your CP.
Yes. I would like to invite. Do you hear me? I'm audible?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine now.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
So I would like to say thank you, Dr. Shiva Kumar. I will not say all questions is our format we will ask at the end of this plenary session. So, and I want to smoothly move to our next panelist is Professor Dr. Juvari. I will say Salamat Suri. I do hope I spell it correct.
Correct, yes. That's right, Salamat Suri. Yeah.
It's amazing. So, Dr. Salamat, we are happy to see you. Dr. Salamat is the president and co-founder, if you might correct me, of the
he's a president and the founder of the peer. It's university in Indonesia. And from his, I will just say, like, he's so humble. One of the humble speaker ever I had when I asked to write about his credentials, about his short biography, and he told me he sent only one sentences, nothing else, and I will try to investigate what can more I can find about professor. He's president of the Association of Scholarly and Previews, and he's doing great job. He's, first of all, he's a human being. He's a humble. He's investigating everywhere. He's attending a lot of conferences. He's doing research. He's a mediator. He's an arbitrator. I can say a lot about him, but what really I like is one sentence in our the Google form. Professor, I'm really happy to listen your expertise, to listen what you can share with us and our participants. Please, the stage is yours.
Can we start, the moderator?
Yes, stage is yours.
Okay, let me share my PowerPoint. Let me share my PowerPoint. Share my PowerPoint. Yes, this is can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Professor.
Okay. So the topic is artificial intelligence and technology in conflict resolution. Thank you, the moderators, for giving me a chance to present my paper. Actually, this is library research, and I would like to highlight especially to the introduction. So the introduction here, first of all, conflicts is inevitable society. That is actually always happen, so we cannot avoid. So it rises from difference in values, interests, goals, and also resources, especially among the neighboring countries. And conflicts always arises. And it also happened in some of the countries in my countries, neighboring countries here. And secondly, according to traditional method, conflict can be, done by the resolution, negotiation, diplomacy. But today, with AI can also use as a tool, number one, for prediction. It will be very accurate using the AI whenever it is done by the human being. So any data related to the sources of the conflicts, and also the backgrounds of the conflicts, and then it can also be predicted before the conflict arises. This is the example of the benefits of AI. and also communication. Using AI, we can also communicate globally in real time. And therefore, any responses, any negotiation, any conversation gathering the data from the problem can be formulated very efficiently. And also mediation. So, and number 3 is that key concern is dealing with the ethics, bias, and accountability. And all people have already eyewitness about this concern about ethics, bias, and accountability dealing with the data and the formulation. So my research problems that I have already done using qualitative analysis based on the library research and references. Number 1 is how can AI contribute to conflict resolution? And then what theory support its use, especially related to the AI in conflict resolution? Number 3, what challenges and risks that might exist? And then finally, what model is the most sustainable for us to use the AI and technology for conflict resolution? So with these research problems, we can also, discuss it and the methodology based on the theory that are related to the research problem I have already formulated. Theoretical framework number 1 is that conflict theory. So if we talk about the conflict theory, then there is a power struggles and equalities. Whenever the conflict here is, solved using the power base, then of course there will be, the win and lose resolution. And inequality. But whenever we use AI, we can see or reveal the hidden imbalances. And say the risk is that enforcing the bias, of course, as I told you. So conflict theory always talks about the powers. Whenever the conflict is, solved by using the power base, then there will be a win-lose solution. In that case, we have to be able to reveal, to, open any hidden imbalances among them. And AI can do this very quickly. Yeah. And then the second one is system theory. If we talk about the system theory, as the conflict theory originally articulated by Karl Marx, highlights the role of power struggles and resource competition. But whenever we talk about the system theory, system theory views that conflict as a product of interdependent parts within a broader system, as it is Dodds, Coleman, Marcus in 2014. In their, theories they establish. AI technologies align well with the system theory because they excel and analyzing complex interconnected data. In organizational dispute, for example, AI-driven analytics can identify systematic causes of workplace tension, such as communication breakdown or misaligned incentives. And the next one is the communication theory. Yeah. In the communication theory, in the theoretical number 2 is that conflict resolution often hinges on the communication. So misinterpretation, lack of clarity, and also emotional escalation. And then this all can escalate the emotion dispute. And I was also, surprised the moderator asking about, first of all, how to greet in Indonesia for selamat, for good morning. This is one of the example of the communication theory. In order we cannot misinterpret and in communication in communication interaction, then that kind of introduction, that kind of knowledge is also important. And this is about communication theory. And then peace building theory, dialogues, trust, inclusivity. So peace building theories emphasize the dialogue, trust building, and reconciliation. According to Galtung, 1996, a long time ago, technology enhances these processes by providing platforms for dialogue in virtual spaces, supporting digital mediation, enabling anonymous but constructive participation for individual among the groups or the groups among the nations. AI can act as facilitator, offering neutral suggestion. And then the next one is ethical theories. There will be a transparency, accountability, and fairness, and human oversight essential. So as long as we can consider the transparency and accountability and fairness, I think this theory can also help us, especially using the artificial intelligence. Based on that theory, then how to solve the problem that I have formulated in the background here, that references-based scholarly article, books, report that I got, and then analytic focus, conflict resolution theories, and then applications of AI and ethical framework. This is the methodology. Now, finding. So when we talk about the theories, and based on the methodology that I have already formulated here, the conflict theory system, communication theory, here, peace building here, can also be found in the study on AI and machine learning in social context by Irfan et al. And Mahrabi et al. In 2019 and 2021. According to this, actually, this research here, so any problem that will escalate or increase the conflict can be predicted before the conflict occurs using the AI, and this is, we call it early detection. In that case, then communication support. It was also stated by the first speaker, NLP here, natural language processes. This tool can also detect the tone and emotion, like what I'm now speaking. Then after it is recorded, then it is processed by using the NLP. Then it can also show the moods, what I'm actually speaking in this kind of what atmosphere, especially in my mind. And this NLP is used for that. So any communication, and then the conflict that before it happens, we can also analyze using the NLP support. And peace building, for example, for peace building theories here. And peace building theories contextualizes AI contribution to reconciliation and dialogues. And that is why it enables the integration of multiple theoretical perspectives into coherent framework. The theories that I have already presented, and can also offer comparative insight from diverse academic and practical contexts. And finally, using AI, it can also ensure reliance on established knowledge and peer-reviewed studies rather than speculative assumption. So using AI, then this grounded in literature, guided by theoretical framework, and this can also how to show that how AI and technology can support the conflict resolution. Now, according to the early detection, for example, AE application, AE application here can identify early warning, a sign of conflict. And this actually also related to the system theory, which emphasizes the interrelated variable within complex in the system. So you know the system of any group, you know the system of any regional government, we know also the system of any country, and also the cooperation among the countries like Asia and AFTA and so on and so on. And this system can also be broken down using the AI, then we can analyze which one is actually the causes of the communication that can escalate and intensify the conflict. And next of all, AI support the peace building and reconciliation efforts. Peace building theories emphasize the dialogue, trust, and reconciliation. This can also be parties that can engage anonymously and across borders. Studies also suggest the research, that digital mediation tool increase inclusivity, like what we are now from different countries, from different nations. We can also use this, AI. Zoom is also one of the AI's tools. We can also get together to say something that in common. This is inclusivity, allowing marginalized group to participate in dialogue processes. So I appreciate this organization for holding the international conference by inviting the speaker from different countries. Despite its potential, however, AI in conflict resolution also have some challenges. One of the examples is bias in algorithm may reinforce systemic inequalities rather than resolve the problem. Another one is ethical technology framework, which stress the importance of justice, accountability, and transparency. And then human AI hybrid model are most promising, in my opinion, that the literature consistently emphasizes, that AI should augment, not replace. Augment, so support, not replace human mediators. Humans are still participated in empathy, cultural awareness, moral reasoning, and remain irresponsible, that remain unavoidable, that cannot be resolved by AI. So AI cannot think about empathy, cultural awareness, and moral reasoning. And this is why human is still needed. So in conclusion, that is the finding number 2, and that is my discussion. And the next one is in conclusion, is that we go to directly to conclusion. So based on my references talking about the theories of conflicts resolution and the tools or the platform using AI, then the exploration of artificial intelligence, AI, and technology in conflict resolution highlight both remarkable opportunities and pressing challenges. Based on my research on the theories approach, we can synthesize that conflicts, system, communication, peace-building theories, the analysis demonstrate that AI is emerging as valuable tool in predicting, managing, and resolving dispute or conflict among the people, among the nation around the world. The finding has already found that AI has shown significant potential in early warning system, because AI can be used for collecting the data before the conflict erupts or happens, where predictive analytics help identify conflict can also before escalate. The second one is that AI support communication and mediation processes by facilitating dialogue, offering translation, detecting emotional tone inclusively. Yes. Third, yes, technology has enhanced peace building and reconciliation, especially through virtual mediation platform that increase inclusivity and global participation like what we are doing now. At the same time, my research actually emphasizes the ethical methodological function that accompanies these advances. And then issues such as algorithm bias, privacy risk, over-reliance on technology pose serious challenges. And therefore, human beings are still requested. We are responsible for all of the conflicts that we are finding in our surrounding population, countries, and the world globally. So human empathy, trust, and moral reasoning remain central to sustainable conflicts. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much for the chance of this presentation. Yes.
Thank you very much, Professor.
Most welcome.
Thank you very much. And thank God it was some technical issue, too much messages and too much interesting questions I have here. That's why I was during presentation, I had received a lot of questions. So I would like ask an audience here, participants, if do you have any questions, you can ask direct now here, and I will continue with my question from the YouTube. Nobody. Okay. Do you have, Krishma? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to ask two of the questions one by one. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are very much.
Okay, so it would be for any of the panelists to go with. So can AI mediation platforms make dispute resolution more accessible to people in remote or marginalized communities, because they're unable to work with things like, for example, if we take about India, a lot of people uh, in the remote or marginalized communities are unable to access even to the courts. How they are able to access through AI technology, first thing. Secondly, if we take on a global platform, like large scale conflicts are there, talking about the geopolitical system, like wars or the cross border disputes, like that's generally we mention about the Singapore Convention. Could AI realistically contribute to negotiation and peace building efforts, or it would be we would be saying that it would be having a futuristic approach? So this is my
To start with, to answering your first question, there are several platforms in India, especially ICICI Bank and a lot of other banks which have issued credit cards. In that recovery processes, litigations are 90% now done only through ODR, Online Dispute Resolution Platform. There is a startup in India. There are 2-3 startups. The one is doing really fantastically well. They were able to access to even a remote village where we have access to internet. When there is an access to internet, all disputes can be resolved by way of an ODR platform mediation, in which AI plays a better role in all the SOPs with respect to issue notice, collecting replies, compiling this, and then a physical mediator sits and responds and adjudicate the issue in arbitration and also mediate the issue and enable the parties to come to a conclusion. What is your
Yes.
other question,
Sir,
Krishna?
like, yes, sir. So, what about the geopolitical things that we have, like for the cross-border disputes? How we can think that the AI could assist? Like, we all know that other factors like empathy and all could not be covered through the aspect of AI.
Yes,
Definitely, the
yes,
physical mediators has to be there, and
there.
the whole system would revolve around it. But what about the cross-border disputes? We haven't like come across this factor. Actually, I'm a PhD scholar and I'm working on mediation as
Great,
an
great,
aspect. So,
great, great.
like, I was thinking, like, we make aspect of cross-border disputes, but haven't heard anyone about this factor. So, can you just put light on
Okay.
it?
To put a
Yes, sir.
small light over it, the UNICETRAL is working on financial disputes with respect to cross-border investments. I'm party of the working committee. I'm part of the working committee in UNICETRAL. So there are laws have been trying to be framed. There are several meetings held across the globe. With respect to Asia region, Singapore, we had the meeting 1.5 years back. We have again working meeting now recently. To arrive at certain solutions, but all these things. So AI plays a better role. AI plays a role not in supporting the mediator or not in making the people to come to a conclusion. AI plays a role only with respect to administrative part of it as administrative part in the sense, as I said earlier, creating reports, and it can support the mediator. Nearly 80% of his work has been half done or 90% is done, so that he don't have to run with the volume of documents before getting into the arbitration or mediation. So this aspect, AI can play a wonderful role as of now. And with respect to NLP, the neural language processing and again facial recognition and emotional recognition, it is all in the pipeline working. We have not come to a clear picture when this is going to happen. Maybe by 2035, we might have a virtual mediator. But before that, now AI can play only administrative work in doing all the compilations. That's it. And with respect to even
But,
in
sir,
cross-border,
don't
it is
you?
able to,
Yes, sir.
no, 1 second. In cross-border, it may help
Yes,
you in live transcription.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And another thing, like, if AI would come into like
When I'm
virtual
sitting in
mediation.
India, I'll be speaking in English. Yes, virtual mediators may be the future, but it all depends on the data set which we give to him. See, from LKG
Yes.
we read, from LKG we study, and you have gone up to the level of PhD now, right? Whatever you learned, only you can make use of it in your practice. The same way, virtual mediator, whatever we feed in the data, maybe the data which we get is less, the data which is fed on a machine will be extraordinarily more, which we can't even imagine. And it can read it by way of a high-speed processor and by way of a high-speed decision making. So that is possible in AI in future, virtual mediator.
Yes, sir. But if AI presents virtual mediators, then what we would be like having a
That is what
future
I'm
of
trying.
aspect.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. AI will not replace, will only support.
Yeah. Support.
We
Yes, sir.
can't say, it will only support. The right word, what you said, you remember, I think.
Yes, sir.
Emotions, human emotions,
Empathy.
empathy.
Yes, sir.
Empathy is very, very, very important in mediation. So empathy, I don't think so we'll able to train a robot for it.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Even
see.
the
Let's see
facial
where the gold is
expressions,
going.
yeah, body language would not be able
Yes.
to work out. Even I am a mediator at High Court, Punjab and Haryana High Court, and I feel sometimes if I do ODR as a platform, I am not able to understand the body language of the person, like with camera and without. So I think that's the uh, everything can't be possible with technology.
It's
So
not possible. It's
physical,
not possible.
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's not possible. But we, as media, practical suggestions, I can tell you. Practically, what we say is when we are mediating through ODR, we make it very clear. Let them not show only the face. please sit one step behind.
Yes,
Make
sir.
yourself comfortable. We are on a round table. All 3 or 4 of us, we are on a round table. See, you can see my picture there. It is not just face, little bit more. When I'm mediating, I'll be still more. So I want to show them my table also. I am not taking down notes. I am not putting any inputs here. All these things. Let's the same way I want them also to react. I'll also say the advocates who are supporting the mediation also to sit that way. These are small cues which we can learn by only mistake. And we can teach to the people who are just coming up. That's all. So we
Yeah,
can even
thank
find something new. You can also find something new. I can also learn from you. Something like that.
Yes,
Every
so
day we are
but
learning.
it was like a very good session to go with. And yeah,
Thank
thank you so much, sir.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. The young generation are really diving in the AI perspective in the future. I will share something from my side. When I was witnessing the presentation of Professor Juari, I catch something with my eye, something closer to me, NLP, because I was working with NLP as well. And I'm thinking, here we go. So the AI tried to use the communication tool, NLP, but how is possibly is working? Me, I want to see practice. I want to see in reality. Okay, we can't say this is the pen is blue because I can see this pen. No, not pen blue. It's paper white. This is cover is blue. This is black. But when we speak about AI and we don't witness it, how it's working in reality, for me, it's just I am assuming if it's really work out for us, human and professionals. Don't get me wrong. I want to investigate and I want to see how, with my eyes, I want to be 1000% sure that this can work out with us, mediators. We have a lot of theories. We can speak, we can write a lot of books. Oh, AI can do this, AI can do that, or this can do. But in the reality, how is it working? Show me some cases. How is really can work and NLP can working in it. So we can speak too much, but I'm really appreciated that our new generation try to drill more deep to investigate. Okay, if I will write now my PhD, I will write my dissertation in the future. I will look at this dissertation, will be something where we'll find the gaps because that time nobody answered to me, or this organization, nobody answered to me. How is it really working? People just scream, Krishna, you have to scream. You have to go figure out, found an organization who will help us to see in reality how these machines can work. How do you think? I'm interested to figure out because the AI is one of my work as well. So, Dr. Shivan Kumar, I will just smoothly move from this short speech. How do you think that the balance between innovation and regulation are for peace?
Innovation can grow 360 degrees, but it has to be regulated. Otherwise, we cannot use it. That is why I said the data which we fed in innovation may be materialistic as well as virtual software. Software is what is going to run the hardware, but the software is some human being is feeding something or giving a data set. If that data set is not fair, if that data set has been biased, the entire system can crash. Now we are moving from regular voting system to a machine voting system. How many countries approve it? It can be biased. It can be hacked. The United States, USA's, the United States Army, they say Pentagon is one of the toughest places you cannot get into. But there are some people who can able to get into. So everywhere there is a problem when we are getting into technology. It is not 100% foolproof. That is why I said in my speech, it has to be audited regularly. and transparent audit should be there. What is the data set it is fed into? What is the judicial system it is fed into? What is the rules and regulations which has been fed into it? See, when it is cross-border, it depends on several countries. It is inhuman. Now, we are not just thinking, how could it be possible? But we are only trying. We are only trying. Earlier, we were walking. Now, we are going on a high-speed train which travels around 800 kilometers per hour, magnetic link train. So this is the same way. I can do 10 mediations per day physically. Same thing you can do. Even more than 50 to 60 mediations per day by virtually and by using AI. The time which I'm sitting is very, very limited. All the other work, my round work is taken care by AI. By an administrator, usually it has been done physically. Now it is done virtually and by assisted way. That is the only possibility as on date we can rely upon. We may not rely upon further till now because we are not very clear how far it is foolproof and what is really taught to your AI. That is why I said when you're selecting the system also, what is the software you are using, AI software? It also matters a lot. So you cannot just like that get into ChatGPT and say, give me this X, Y, Z. Now ChatGPT after several litigations started putting now, it is only AI generated material. We don't vouch for the accuracy. ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, everybody started putting this. So it is a threat to the human. It is threat to the human. But still, we are trying to make it, any technology which is coming into new, we are trying to make it more efficient and more reliable and safe to human. End of the day, it should be safe to human. That is more important than anything else when we are adapting to technology.
I think everything what is building by humans have to be controlled by humans.
Yes. It has to be controlled by a human.
Of course, I always say to my students, what will be with us, ma'am? What will be? I say, nothing will be. You look at the Star Wars, and 10 minutes, I'm just going back in silence, and they look at, they will kill us, they will come, they will occupy all our planet because they're too much imagination they have. I say, we human create, but sometimes some another human to have to control this human who create this game. The game, yes. Artificial intelligence. Why? Because we are so going in deep. They become in symbiosis, fall in love with this technology, what they're doing. This is like they are babies. As a psychologist, I say I witnessed it how the psychotype, the people, the programmer, you can break your leg when you enter their houses because it's mess full, but they are with computer sitting and they are inside of these games. They are inside of this. They are so, because sometimes between reality and illusion, it's merging this line. So somebody have to control these people who is creating this AI. Otherwise, I don't know, we'll be I think next Star Wars on this planet. So I'm just joking, but in any joke we can find the truth, right? So thank you very much, Dr. Shivakumar. This conversation about the new technology will not have an end. We try to investigate. We have to cooperate with them, but sometimes better to go outside, not to look at them. Okay, we are Sunday now. We're thinking and talking about AI outside. It's so sunny, so beautiful. People talking without having phones. I think in one university you have to put have it one day off from artificial intelligence, phones, just to look each other, to understand that we are around us are human beings, not robots. Yes. So we are moving to the question for Dr. Professor. Thank you very much again. Professor Juvari, so we are moving to the Indonesia and we need something to listen, some expertise and the answer on the question. What the safeguards are necessary to ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a mediator, but not as a manipulator. That's just something what I mentioned now 2 seconds ago. Because sometimes when I'm too in deep, give me ask on this, analyze this, find these books, find this. Okay, you can use it as an analytical tool, but not who is manipulating and say, Christina, no, you don't have to write this. You don't have to do this. You have to go not right. You have to go left. So my point, my question, you understood. You are muted, Professor.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Well, it's interesting, yeah, why? Because the first question and also the second question also related to the way of the conflict. But I try to highlight what is being offered by the result of my research here. It's because what I have done, I presented here is based on my research. What is meant by the hybrid future of conflict resolution? In this case, that across the literatures I have studied here, the consensus is that AI should not function as an independent mediator, but rather as co-pilot. This is very interesting. Yeah, this is offered by the result of my research finding that hybrid future conflict resolution is needed. That the consensus that we have agreed, yeah, that AI should not function as the independent mediator, but rather as a co-pilot for human practitioners. So all of us are still demanded to be in a very close participation in conflict resolution. So AI excel, the data processing, yes. The pattern recognition, yes. And it is done very efficiently. And communication assistant. The first questioner, for example, how can you, for example, be accurate whenever communication using the language that done by the human being in terms of feeling and so on? Yes. And PL is also weak in analyzing the communication between the people, human being, especially dealing with mind and also dealing with culture and understanding, feeling, empathy, and also the context of ethical reasoning. This is so the hybrid approach reflects a synthesis of what I have done in the research. So the system theory also explain that AI analytical power. Communication theory also highlights the facilitative role, and peace building also reaffirms the interdependency, also agree with the AI. But in the general conclusion, it is offered for possible, not possible, but it is obligatory the hybrid solution. Yeah. So besides AI as a co-pilot, then human beings are still very important in dealing with the human being communication related to the minds, culture, feeling, and also with the the feeling related to what is actually the communication happening in reality, dealing with the mind condition of the people. And this cannot be predicted by the AI. If we solely using AI without human, this is also very dangerous because this is not always related to what is actually hidden dealing with the human mind. We cannot that. So I still remember, but the philosophy of the language relativity proposed by Wolf as the professor and Sapir as the student. They were quarreling, according to the professor, based on his research, that mind expresses the language. If your mind is, for example, happy, then your language spoken, you're showing some happiness. According to the student, the professor student, no, your language expresses your mind. So if your language here can be analyzed, then it will be used for indicating how your mind is. And this is considered to be the language relativity theory. Based on this language relative theory and also the offering future of hybrid resolution, then we have to be on the same conclusion today that AI is still very important for more, efficient and quick in collecting the data and synthesizing, but human beings are still the potent role for having they participated in dealing with the conflict resolution among the people, among the nation, and among the countries around the world. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor. And just I want to ask to switch on all cameras now, who is attending here. And I will just say something. Did you heard about the deep fake project in AI? I'm asking both of the professors.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is again a very big threat now. Deepfake is again becoming a very big threat now. That is why I said it is all regulated properly. We have to find reasons where all these guys will find to replace things. When you're trying to do something ethical, there is always an unethical side is also available. But how to arrest that unethical side? That will be the biggest challenge in future. The biggest warfare only will be in that way.
I face because this kind of project is not in the level of, even our level. Academicians now, it's only in the government level and, CID or the special forces, because they are using it investigate for terrorists and for other, the violence, the organizations. And I think I'm lucky enough to attend one conference in cybersecurity. And somehow I get the ticket to this conference, and I'm really lucky to head. When I had my no comment, a lot of thinkers doing it. It was the second Christina sitting somewhere in another country. You can see like a really the human being is talking some another conference, and you could not say that Christina now is sleeping in Paphos in Cyprus, original one.
It's all possible now.
This is so scary.
We have started in India. We are getting a lot of cases now. Criminal cases have been registered with respect to deepfake, threatening people through deepfake and getting money, extortion of money, and even there are judges have been deepfaked to give you arrest, home arrest, and they have been money is been bargained and got. These are the things which is happening in India, and there are several cases, and we are also now trying to amend the laws, criminal laws also for this.
So you don't need to find the clones, that the second, like your twin or whatever you do, you will spend lives in order to find. You can create.
In fact, Android 16 is trying to bring in this deepfake detection with respect to Samsung and Android are working on this to find deepfake detection in your phones.
This is actually very good, the even webinar to speak about this huge topic.
Sure. It's a very huge topic. We can learn a lot.
Yes, we can learn a lot, and I have a lot of not only questions, I have a lot of information. We can share in the separate webinar about that. We need to use it. Why? Because when you teach someone, especially educators, we can't live in the fantasies, and we do not accept that thesis really exists. So we have to learn, and this is kind of the safeguard from my perspective. So I want to say thank you very much, each of you. The brilliant minds we did. I am so proud of my team. we are so happy to share your expertise, because as I understand, only memory is so essential. The memory so will stay with us forever.
Sure.
And
Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. Thank you. Thank you.
So somebody will watch
Most
this
welcome.
YouTube conference and will say, "Oh my goodness, they Dr. Shiva Kumar was speaking about that time, and we need to do something else." So it was so great, because this all expertise in 1 second, in 10 minutes, or in 15 minutes, internal. So which is cost a lot. And thanks for your golden time. You're finding Sunday and share with us. And really, I am really appreciated. And the
Nice
picture,
Sunday with you.
we are smiling, we're sharing a good vibes on Sunday. Here we go. You can do, you can make your pictures as well. So
Oh, yeah. So,
thank you very
Thank you.
much. And
Thank you. Thank you very much.
we are moving to the next panel in the 2 hour. You can join us, and we will greet Brenda Vargas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And please don't forget that we will have a closing ceremony. I want to see all of you in the evening. I understand it will be maybe too late. I will understand if you could not attend, but try your best.
We'll try.
And the closing ceremony. Thank you very much, and
Thank
have
you very much.
a good day.
most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.